Hi, Fritz. You find me in a odd position today. Well, solely because this little guy next to me is part of my conversation today. You find him looking pretty sad with a little face, and you find me feeling pretty sad about him. So this is related, tangentially related to Andy's video about the Ukraine. In that, what I've been thinking about in relation to that really is in relation to where I'm at as well, is this idea of like care and caring for those weaker than ourselves, right? And by weaker I mean, of course, Ukraine is a less militarily mighty country than the United States or than Russia, although there's some indication that, you know, some of that great military money has been siphoned off, and Russia has been paying for some yachts. I've talked more about yachts this week than I have talked about yachts basically in the rest of my life. Um, but I spent the last week with friends as well, and so I've been thinking about like care for friends. How do we best care for our friends when they are troubled? What kind of support can we offer them? What kind of larger support can we offer? Uh, and what do we do when our little guys are so sad? And so often, you know, I have more money than time. I really do. So often my solution for many things is to donate money towards them, right? Um, and that sometimes goes for my friends as well, right? Like not well, sometimes literally donate in terms of GoFundMe's, but sometimes also send them things that will make them happy, to know that let them know that I'm thinking of them. Uh, but I think, as with a lot of us, that doesn't always feel like enough, right? Care in the form of financial donations is such a like capitalist way um, to show care, right? And I mean, I've got I've got capitalist and not capitalist ways to show care to this little guy, who has cancer right now. Well, his had cancer probably for a while, but it has just recently been diagnosed, and we have a treatment plan, as of yesterday. His vet appointments yesterday were pretty traumatic, which has left him in this state today, um, with his eyes partially open and his little nose a little stuffy, and him not really sleeping. I keep telling him to go to sleep, which is a weird thing to tell a cat. That you have to go to sleep, so you can rest up, so you can feel better. He normally sleeps 20 hours a day. Um, I think there's a sense of, right, in terms of Andy's questions about sort of thumbs up being or thumbs downing things. Like certainly I want to thumbs down cancer, but beyond that, I mean, obviously, questions of care go way beyond, um, can we like or dislike this, right? A sense of satisfaction in helping, as much as, I'm happy to see aid from individuals going to the Ukraine. It's not necessarily helping that guy on the train platform, right? And we don't know who it's helping. We don't know how long it's going to last. Our 24-hour news cycle certainly likes to move on from things to the next shiny thing as quickly as possible. So, so that makes it hard too, right? To know that, people's interest in caring for others beyond themselves, it may not last as long as we would like. As a person who studies the Holocaust, you know, one of the things, that I think we can sort of take away from that, um, one of the things that we can potentially, sort of think of in terms of like offering care and aid, in a longer term manner, is how we engage with the stories, that we tell about these people. I mean, and obviously, I have chosen to tell you a story right now, um, about this little guy that features this little guy, instead of talking in the abstract. I teach fiction in my theory classes because I feel like there are many things that can be theoretical that are not just difficultly written theory. I teach memoirs and narratives in all of my classes and ask my students to write the same because I feel as though it's so important for building empathy. Um, and I think the best thing that we can do to keep this in people's memories and in people's faces long term is to promote storytelling of all sorts, right? But mostly storytelling that helps us build empathy so we have a longer term reason to offer care for those with less than us. Empathy is the only thing that does it, and fiction has been proven to build empathy. And so I leave you here um, with a little narrative of Cancer Cat, and a world at war, and a Holocaust paper that's due next week, to continue thinking about care. Thanks, friends. It's been nice to say hey. Sorry, Andy and I were both a little bit of a downer this week. We maybe teared up at least once each. But I look forward to talking to you next week, and I really have a video about perfect days and happiness planned. Today just wasn't the day for it.